On today's episode, the fifth and final part of my games room tour. So look what I found. Some of the missing, not all of them, some of the missing 3DO games have got Doom, which is a decent port actually for the 3DO. It runs quite slow, but it runs faster than a lot of the ports out there. Yep, really good soundtrack as well. They redid it with like Red Book audio, so it sounds just absolutely phenomenal. Also you have it, Syndicate, which I'm a really big fan of. I also have this for the Jaguar, as the Americans call it, which I think is actually right before me somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Don't ask me why. And there's the location of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which I didn't get a case for, but you know I love it so much I don't really care. I just wanted this game so bad. It's like a must-own game for the 3DO. I could say the same about Syndicate, but since you can get it on countless other consoles, not so much. Another World, also known as Out of This World. Brilliant game, like Flashback, but it came out before, so yeah. However you word that the other way around. Rebel Assault, the original. I recently picked up one of my pickups videos, Rebel Assault 2 for the PlayStation 1. It's an interesting title. Again, mostly watching the developers do what they could with full motion video at the time. Kind of interesting. Very dated. Need for Speed, the original version, a little bit different to the Saturn version and the PlayStation version. Don't know why it's got two manuals. Oh, French and Dutch. Yeah, I don't think it had the sort of soundtrack. In fact, it doesn't. It doesn't have the rock and roll soundtrack. But it was kind of cool just listening to the cars and the traffic go by. I remember the first time I played this. Like, to me as a kid, this was real. I was, you know, it rendered the inside of the car. The steering wheel moved. It was just incredible. And there was traffic on the roads, which for some reason was a real big deal to me back then. Absolutely brilliant game. Still holds up well today. The series did go into a sort of decline, but well, to be fair, yeah, it still doesn't decline, but hopefully they'll come back with something decent. Yeah, so that was also Syndicate. Like I said, I won't be showing all my Jaguar games because I kind of can't be bothered to dig them out. That sounds really rude. Yeah, they're in there. Just pop the light on. There's a couple: Cannon Fodder, Double Dragon, Iron Soldier, Alien vs Predator as well. All the sort of again the ones you'd expect someone to own. Yeah, but here's my 32X collection, which, you know, I've only recently got this console and I absolutely love it. Even though it takes about an hour to set it up because there's 85 leads. Cosmic Carnage, that's one I got with it that I haven't actually got to play yet. Again, because it takes so damn long to set up. Wonderful port of Virtua Fighter. People say this is better than the Saturn one, and quite frankly, it does play more fluidly. As you see, it's in the American version. And yeah, I love Virtua Fighter, especially the original and 2. So that I had to have. And yeah, like I say, it plays really well. This plays really well, unbelievably. Another copy of Doom, which, as you can imagine, I'm quite obsessed with. Yeah, it's just really good. Cartridge is a bit torn up, but another good port of Doom. Only problem with that is terrible soundtrack, and I think, as with a lot of Doom ports, some levels are missing. Virtua Racing Deluxe, again, said to be better than the Saturn version. It probably is, to be honest, as well. It's just more complete, and I think it performs a little bit better. It doesn't look as good, but performs better. I'd like a gem, a crowning jewel, is Blackthorn, the Blizzard developed action platformer. This is wonderful. The animation is just absolutely sublime. Also came out on the SNES and maybe the Mega Drive. But the animation on the 32X version is just mind-blowing. And it looks so good. It's got all your Blizzard staples, guns, orcs, you know. Very Warcraftian in ways. Also kind of plays a little bit like Flashback and Another World. But really good game. If you've not played that, I don't think a lot of people have, it's worth tracking it down. Maybe not this version because it's quite expensive and you need a 32X, but definitely try the SNES version. Or the Mega Drive one. Since I've got these things on video, I might as well show them as well. This is Street Fighter 2, the interactive movie. Now, this is a Japan-only release, and I'm really into Street Fighter. Basically, if you can see there, you watch the film, the Street Fighter animated movie, and basically you play it from the perspective of some sort of robot. You know, it's in Japanese, so I don't really get it. And you can just pause the movie at any time and highlight a cursor on Ryu or Ken or whoever's on the screen, and it tells you information about them. It's really weird. But then sometimes it breaks into fights. I haven't actually got to the fighting bits yet, but I hear they're quite, you know, fairly faithful to Street Fighter, but I'm definitely up having a look at that. It's a really unique title. I only ever saw one copy on eBay, so I picked it up. And the other one is Panzer Dragoon Azul, aka Panzer Dragoon Saga. I have Panzer Dragoon Saga, the PAL version. But I don't know, this was going for about, I think, £5 free delivery, and I just thought, this is a great collector's item. And it's in great condition as well, much like their Street Fighter game. Oops, disc is out, but I don't think this has ever been played. I can't quite remember if it came sealed. I think it did. Like, you've got all the inserts still inside there. I mean, it is pretty much brand spanking new. It's great. Yeah, so there we go, another collection of stuff. Hopefully this will be the final video of my Games Room collection, but who knows, I'll keep finding more stuff.